Oh, hello, hello. Sitting with the Bard again. Boy, I love having Edwin B Parry. Come on, crawlers. Edwin B Parry as my friend. Sir David the Bard coming to you out of Australia. And we're still looking out here on the beach for that damn airplane that went down, but you know, kangaroos are not very good at swimming. I can tell you that right now. You can put a mask on them. You can put a scuba tank on them, but god dang, you throw a kangaroo in the water, most of them don't come back. Well, so far none of them have come back, but I keep renting them out. U.S. government keeps paying big money for my kangaroos to be scuba divers, so I put them out there. Listen, I want to give you another piece of advice on bill collectors. I'm becoming an expert. No, I haven't forgot what I was going to say. It's there. It'll come out. Dementia. It'll always come out. Sometime. This Edwin B Parry clown. I know what I was going to say. Now, let me tell you something about attorneys, okay? I sold insurance with New England Life for many, many years. I was one of their top agents in Springfield, Massachusetts. And I've learned a lot about personality and how to get with people and not get with people. Okay. My son Dan, it sounds like I'm skipping, and I am because I didn't take my meds, but you can kind of put it all together. And, if you watch Mental People, you know how to put it together. My son Dan called me up a couple of years ago and said, "Dad, I got a DUI." Boy, and I'll tell you something. It's bad in Kangaroo City, but he was up there in Utah and held fire. You get a DUI in Utah, you might as well kiss your life goodbye. Minimum $10,000. Minimum $10,000 to defend yourself in Utah with a DUI. Well, here's what we did, and here's what I'm recommending you do, okay? Attorneys, judges, and all powerful people are just people. They eat, they go poo-poo, and they have families, and they have feelings. Now, when they come after you and me, they're gods. They're fucking gods. They ruin our lives. They take our cars. They take our houses. They divorce us. We lose our job. Everything. They're not. This little DUI case that I was helping Dan on, the attorney, the opposing counsel, the prosecutor for the state of Utah, we did a little investigation on. Now, when you screw with the Bard, you better not have skeletons. If you have skeletons, you treat the Bard like a god. The Bard god. Because I'll find him. So we went to court, and we were arguing the case in court. And we put a motion in for the judge to recuse himself, which means leave the case and get somebody objective, because he plays golf with the prosecutor, and they're in the same ward, and they were in the same law firm together. Like we had a chance against that. Well, pretty soon we started to reveal little by little the prosecutor's problems. He had a party for his teenagers, where there was underage alcohol served, and the police showed up, and it was quite a scene. And there were a couple of other things that we found and that we introduced into the court. He didn't like that. Nobody else has ever done it. He's God. The prosecutor is not God. If he has skeletons, pull them up out of the ground and shake them in front of the movie and television cameras. Shake them. He nearly got up on the desk and was yelling and pointing at us. And the judge finally told him to calm down, and the judge finally said, "Well, Mr. Lying, cheating, and friend prosecutor, what do you want me to do with these people?" And the prosecutor looked at the table and he said, "We dismissed the case, Your Honor." We laughed our asses off and walked out. The issues are important, yes. Don't, this is just my advice, don't crucify anybody. If there's honest issues, they have a right to their side, you have a right to your side. But when they cross that line and threaten you and me, and we're just the peasants in the field, no. You get on your computer and you spend 24 hours on that computer, and you get in your ass in your car and you drive up and you look at their house where they live, you take a look at their license plates, you take a look at their cars, you take a look at everything legally that you can access. Now, you got ammunition. You saw my letter down below, the last video. You can write whatever you want. I'm going to write to the first presidency of the church. Send up Spanky's discipline corner, public reprimand. Did he have a temple recommend during that time that he was being called a liar, a cheater, and a thief by the Utah Bar Association? Did the Mormon Church let him hold his recommend during those investigations and after? Did he receive any kind of punishment or probation? I'll find out. And then I'll involve the Mormon Church. These skeletons are always hooked to other skeletons. When you pull a skeleton out of the ground, it usually has 2 or 3 friends who have 2 or 3 more friends coming out of the ground with them. Check the personal life of the people who are attacking you illegally or unethically or immorally. Then, here's the Bard's advice. No mercy. No mercy. You take it to the ground. You take it to the ground. The Bard always says, forgive and forget, live and let live, and why can't we all just get along together? Not these people. Not these people. There are some people that don't deserve my or your mercy or your reasonableness. They're out of bounds. They've hurt your family, your reputation, your credit, your spirituality, your children. They've hurt your whole life. And you're just going to turn around and go, oh, well, okay, I'll bow my head and say yes. No. You hold your head up and say, you know what? I'm a friend of the Bard. I'm a friend of the Bard. And if he ain't here, I'll take care of this myself. Because he's told me how to do this. Most bullies are real skeleton people. Most bullies have skeletons everywhere. That's one of the things about a bully. Find out who these assholes are. Check out their wives, their children, their illegitimate children, their dishonorable military discharge, their repos on cars. Everybody that screams something against other people is usually doing it themselves. Quote me on that. Someone that's screaming about things that other people are doing are usually doing it themselves. The biggest people that hate child molestation are usually child molesters. Don't let these people get away with it. Stand up for yourself. Don't do anything illegal. But this is America. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to drive up to Spanky's house. And I'm going to stand up there with a sign that says Spanky is a liar, a cheater, and a thief. He's a professional corporation. I can demonstrate in the United States against companies right in his neighborhood. Don't let these people get away with it. They're going to spend their time destroying you and what you've worked for and your family. Put a boot. Figuratively speaking. I have to always be more careful these days because Spanky's watching and he says, oh, he threatened me. No, I haven't threatened anybody. I've just revealed who you are. And that threatens your whole life right there. So anyway. I'm just fucking with you. The sound is there, but you know what I said. Okay, the bar's gone.